interview is part of the History Heard project. The content of this interview may be used for historical research, however, no part of the video itself may be reproduced without the express written permission of an authorized representative of History Heard. Today is May 1st.
History Heard or Judge Judy Sheindlin.
Or Judge Judy Sheindlin, of course. Today is May 1st, 2009 at 4:30 p.m. This is an interview with Judge Judy Sheindlin in Naples, Florida. She was born on, when were you born?
October 21st, 1942.
Where were you born?
New York.
Thank you very much. And Judge Judy's show, as you all know, has revolutionized daytime television. So would you like to tell us a little bit about why your show is so revolutionary?
Well, I don't know if it's revolutionary. I think that the People's Court, which was presided over by Judge Wapner in the 70s and 80s, was the first glimpse that people had into the courtroom. And that show ran for 12 years. So our show just squeaked by that milestone. We're now filming our 14th season. I think it's a little different because things are different. You know, our society is different from what it was in the 70s and 80s. And I think that the show has legs because of people's frustration with the court system and sometimes their frustration with not seeing it grind out justice in an appropriate fashion, both time-wise and substantively. People like to see a beginning and a middle and an end and resolution that seems to have common sense. I think they also probably, the people who watch and have continued to watch, like the style of judging, which is easy for me because I'm not an actress. I do what I do. I react to the people who are presenting their case. And for me personally, it is a statement that you can have a second and third career, second and third act in your life. I certainly never expected to have a television career. I was in the family court for over 25 years and expected to retire from that career and perhaps work part-time, have a small place down south where it was warm in the wintertime. So when this came along, and I was 51, I think 51 or 52 when this show started, and virtually unknown except for a short 60 minutes piece. The fact that an unknown person could become a personality, and the show is now all over the world. I mean, I think we're in 27 countries around the world, and of course in, I think, 300 markets in this country, and we've been on for 13 years, starting our 14th season. Program is signed until 2013, which is a great feeling because it says, you know, when you're 50 plus, there's still life out there. Next question.
Good. What was it like to go from being a family court judge to being an international celebrity in such a short time?
Oh, well, you know, you if you're smart, you don't take yourself too seriously and your celebrity too seriously. I think that that's a problem that young people have become celebrities too soon. They really don't get the fact that life is more important than just getting the right table in a restaurant or the best room in the hotel. Life is about good friends and family and responsibility and doing the right thing and taking good care of yourself and not abusing your body because it's the one you're going to have, and not abusing your mind because and making sure your mind is sharp and you stay relevant and stay current. So for me, I had all of that life before. So when I was given the fantasy of this celebrity, I was able to enjoy it fully.
That's great. You have definitely a no-nonsense approach to law, and that's your thing. And what do you think inspired that kind of frame of thinking?
I don't know. I really don't know. I came from a very practical family, middle-class family. Middle-class values, and I had a father who I adored, who was a logical thinker. And since I adored him, I wanted to emulate him. If so, I think you've probably heard me say, if it doesn't make sense, it's not true.
Right.
And when people tried to get over on a system or people try to con their way through life, eventually it's going to catch up with them. If it's not me, it will be somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
There are very few people that can skate through life doing the wrong thing without having to pay the price at the end.
Yeah. And I have read that you were the only woman in your law school class at American University's Washington College of Law. And do you think that that has affected your career, or do you think that that is just shows the kind of person that you are?
I was the only woman in my class my first year in law school,
Mm-hmm.
and then I transferred to New York Law School, where I think there were 5 or 6 of us. And I never really considered gender as being an impediment to
Right.
what I did. I didn't become involved in women's organizations. I didn't become involved in the Women's Bar Association or the Women's Judges Association. As far as I was concerned, I was a lawyer, and then I was a judge. And it would have offended me if there were male bar associations and male judges associations where I was not welcome. And so I never thought about gender as an impediment or as an advantage.
Yeah. And did you ever think that reality television would become the big market that it is today?
I did not. I quite frankly haven't even thought about it. I mean, only to think about that there's too much of it.
Well, thank you so much.
That's
It's
it?
been great talking to you.
Great. Perfect.